Hello Virgo, this is going to be your December 2019 monthly tarot reading, and we're going to just get some energies around what you might be experiencing throughout December as we had Mercury retrograde wrapping up for our lovely December. It's been very nice to have normal life back. I actually want to thank everybody who was waiting for readings, if you were, because I was unable to post much last month. I had a whole lot of things changing due to the Mercury retrograde, had even a death in the family, and some other, priority changes. So we'll be moving forward from that, but there are some changes that will be happening even with the channel, so stay tuned for that info. So I have the Five of Coins coming out right off the bat for you, Virgo. Let's see what other energies we can pull up for December for Virgo. All right, you also have the Nine of Swords. We have the Priestess. And we have the Three of Wands. Okay, let's figure out what we have going on here for you. Now, right off the bat, it looks like you may be feeling kind of left out when December starts. And that can really happen for a lot of us, especially with holidays and family things and other events that are happening. You may just be feeling kind of that left out feeling, or like things haven't really been coming through for you. The wishes and dreams and things that you have going on just aren't surfacing the way you had thought, or they don't look the way you had thought. And what this card reminds us is that it all really stems from your belief. What is your belief around your stability? What are the stories that you're saying? How does that affect your future? When you're constantly stuck in a state of maybe negative or non-belief, you're going to constantly get situations and experiences that will confirm and affirm that there is nothing to believe in and things aren't going to come through for you. So sometimes just a shift in the mental awareness can really bring it forward and remind you that having faith is how we really bring about things that we want in our life. Because it seems like you may have been going through something that has been quite painful, actually. The Nine of Swords is there to let us know that we recognize something is wrapping up, something is ending, something's been very painful, we have some nightmares about it, our thoughts around it are, incredibly negative, and they really torture us. It's almost like a sense of, being terrified. So that can be on every level, of even just having a bad day or a bad month to having severe anxiety and nightmares. So as, you have these negative thoughts that are really kind of, validated right here in December, just make sure that you recognize that this is coming to an end. Whatever it is you're going through, it's just going to take a shift, and something's coming through for you. There is a wisdom. And that's proven by the Divine Priestess coming up here. She knows everything that's going to be laid out. She has access to everything that's known and unknown. And with the moon being very prevalent in this card, it's there to let you know that you need to have some sort of faith, trusting your intuition, knowing that you're being guided, knowing that the path that you're on is already written down. Now this says darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. So kind of allowing the universe to unravel and unfold some things for you, regardless of if you can see it or not. That's like this. She doesn't see it. She doesn't see the change. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scenes and in the background for you. Okay? Really important to remember, Virgo, as you go through December. Pardon me, I've got kind of a cold going on, so if you hear me sniffling, that's what's up. Now we have Three of Wands happening at the end here. And the Three of Wands is there to really signify that you do know that you have a dream, you do have a wish, you do have some sort of a passionate endeavor that you have really put out into the universe as something that you want. And you know it's coming because you know you deserve it, and you know that you've done the work that it takes to acquire what it is that you want. So reminding yourself of the passion that you hold for something that you truly want, and knowing that it's coming. It's on its way for you because you already know. It's what you make of it. And if you're making your situation into this type of a feeling, you're just going to get more of it. So really realigning yourself and recognizing where you have dreams and things that are coming through, but you have to believe in them. Because why would you get them if you don't even believe in them? So that's a reminder to, really have that faith in your dreams throughout December, okay, Virgo? Now let's get an oracle card here. This is going to be the advice for December. And then I will actually even do some clarifying cards for these 4 here. But let's just get some advice so that we can really tune into what's happening for you in December. Also, I will not be doing as many readings as the priorities have changed for me, like I said in the beginning here. I'm going to have to put a lot of my time towards clients that are paying for readings and, some of the other priorities that I have coming up. And I will be doing monthly readings still, of course. But if you want those private readings with me or more than the monthly readings, definitely check my website in the links below and we can work that out. Though my calendar is getting booked every minute that happens. So get in there if you can. All right. Nice. I love this card for you. Now this is the 4 of Swords coming up. And this is all about recognizing the joy and stability that you can bring about in your life if you truly believe in it. Because if you let yourself rest, meditate, and relax on your thoughts and realize that your thoughts can bring about things, you're going to really feel that joy and stability. This is definitely the 4 of Swords, so it can say, hey, take some self-care, take some time, because that's where you're really going to start to feel things bubbling up, lining up, energizing. When we're taking care of ourselves and not in this mode, we're really going to feel the goodness and joy that life is meant to feel like. So I'm also going to get you guys a card for the full moon that will be on December 12th. Since I won't be doing full moon readings anymore, I am going to get a card for you still for some advice around that full moon time. So this card will represent advice for December 12th and the full moon that will be culminating some things in our lives. Okay, high emotions and, endings. That's like this ending here. Things will be wrapping up around December 12th. So let's get a card to see what that'll look like for you, Virgo. See what this full moon... Oh, looks like we got one. All right. Surrender to the divine. Yes, absolutely, Virgo. That's what this priestess is saying. Surrender to the intuition. Surrender to the faith. Surrender to the fact that you are being guided. Every step that you take, you are being guided to a new experience, a new wisdom that you're meant to go through in order to really live life the way that you're wanting to, or the way that you're thinking about. So that can be different for everybody. Whatever you think about comes about. So if you're living in this world of nightmares and, unhappiness, you're going to get more of that. You need to shift into the joy and stability and trust. Surrender to that divine trust that you'll be guided. So let's get some clarifying cards for these 4 in front of us, just so that we can bring in just a little bit more detail into this conversation of what Virgo's going through in December. See what's ending and why this 5 is out here. I'm very curious about that. So let's get a few more cards for Virgo for December. Clarify what's going on. I really like that you're getting that joy and stability and surrendering to the divine, because those are one and the same. That is the advice. Surrender to the divine so that you can bring about the joy and stability that you want in your life. All right, that card wanted to come out. We've got 6 of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Cups. 9 of Wands. And Temperance coming out. Very cool. So let's start right here. You have this 5 of coins here that's really making you question and, really look into the way that you believe your stability is held. Where is your stability? You know, what is your belief around that? And it's almost like you're going to get glimpse of that when you start to move into some better water, some clearer water. This water over here that you've been in, it's been kind of choppy, which could be why you've been feeling so left out, down and out. It's almost like you feel like, you know, spirit or your higher divine being forgot about you. But that's not what's happening. The angels have not forgotten about you. The gods have not forgotten about you. This is something that you've needed to experience and maybe get a more humble look about what's going on with your stability. And once you get that look, you're really going to take these ideas, these thoughts, these truths that you have gained, and you're going to move into some better water, move on to new horizons, and really be able to bring that joy and stability into your life yourself. It's almost like you've had this haze of doubt, and it's going to be moving forward in December into some clearer water for you. So this Five of Pentacles could definitely be something that you experienced in November around that Mercury retrograde that kind of brought up some negativity. But with that negativity also comes some clarity, some new truth, that you're able to move away from some of those negative energies and really get that clarity that you've been seeking, that truth into December. Now you also have the Nine of Swords here, and that's that nightmare that's, you know, a living nightmare that you're experiencing. But along with that comes the Ace of Cups. So it's almost like throughout this nightmare, you're also able to realize or grasp a new feeling, a new emotion that actually feels incredible. And it's like, well, how can I find that incredible feeling within this darkness and this pain and these fears that are hanging over my head? Well, that's where this joy and stability comes in. That is that four. That's recognizing that if you take some time to take care of yourself, you're really going to be able to overfill and overflow your cup and really start to honor the emotions and bring a lot more light into this situation. But again, it's that moon. See how the moon's peeking behind there? None of this will happen for you, Virgo, until you can trust and surrender to the divine. Because even though you have these fears, there's the moon peeking around that tree saying, hey, I've got you. What are you so worried about? So remembering that you're loved, remembering that you have love, remember you're being guided so that you can really grasp this new opportunity in your emotions and feelings and take these emotions and feelings as a past experience, move forward with new emotions and feelings. Now you have the Priestess here, which is definitely saying surrender to the divine always, always saying trust in the path. And this Nine of Wands means that once you trust and you give in, you're going to recognize that there has been a burden that maybe you didn't recognize before. You know, you're kind of like recognizing that something you were really passionate about prior is no longer serving you, and you're kind of done with it. You're done. There's nothing more you can do. You've built it. You've created it. You've embraced it. You've endured it. You've learned from it. You have new tools and wisdom from it. However, there's no need to stick around and continue it. So trusting in the divine is going to bring you to a point of recognizing the burden that you may be carrying and holding. And that'll start to wrap up towards the end of the year as well for you, especially around the full moon time when we're saying, you know, surrender to the divine extra, you know, heightened emotions, closures, completions that are happening. You're going to have to surrender to that and recognize that, yeah, there has been some burdens, and now is the time to let go. Let go of those burdens. They no longer serve you. So you also have this Three of Wands here, which is where you are surrendering to the divine. You are recognizing that what you want and what you've been working towards is coming for you. It is. But until you can create that balance, that faith, that transformational feeling that the temperance brings along, you're not really going to get this, you know, the eye in the sky, the pie, whatever it is that people say that, you know, it's just something you're waiting for that you know is on its way. But how can it come through if you're not balanced? You know, creating some kind of a synergy within your emotions and your truths is going to be really important for you, Virgo, in December. You know, when you surrender to this mixing and this process, the cycles, the lessons, the wisdom, the pain, the joy, everything that comes along with temperance, you're really going to open up the door for this ship, this goal, this dream to come through just for you. So really amazing stuff here. I definitely love that you got temperance, because it's saying, you know, trust the walk, trust what you're doing, recognize that there's moderation in everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Also, I wanted to remind you before I get off of here that I still have the tarot deck giveaway going on. I still need about 100 people to go to my website and sign up on the official entry form so that I can actually do this drawing. Because I had put in there that I needed 111 people. There's about 11. So I would love to give this tarot deck away, but I really need people to actually sign up. I don't want to have to change the rules. I feel that that's kind of not cool. So definitely share this video. I'm going to post a little thing about it right here somewhere at the end of this video. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking, and again sharing with all your friends. I am going to post something kind of cool towards the end of the year as a little special thing for 2020, so keep an eye out for that. And thanks again. We'll see you next time.